Welcome back to the Money and Wealth Show. I'm Sterling Fox. Our special guest this week is Adrian Mastracci from KCM Wealth Management in Vancouver as we go through his December dozen list, ways to improve your financial health and hopefully finish up calendar year 2010 with a few extra dollars in your pocket that otherwise would have gone to taxation. The next item on our list is tax selling for 2010, and there are a couple of deadlines associated with this item as well, Adrian.
Well, the deadline is that you have to get the money of the stocks or bonds or whatever you sell in your hands by December 31st. And as you know, you have to sell the actual securities to realize that. So it takes some time to do all that. My suggestion is do it by the middle of December.
Okay.
Don't just go up against the December 31st deadline, just because something can always go amiss and you won't get it at the very worst. So do it by December 15th. Give all the orders to sell, whatever has to be sold, and go from there.
Help me out here. What is the point of tax loss selling? Why do people do that?
Well, one of the things that I look at is if you look at your stock that you have and you say to yourself, it doesn't have any more upside.
Okay.
Then it's a good reason to sell.
Okay.
So sell for a good reason. Don't just sell willy-nilly. But if it doesn't have any upside, that's a very good reason to lighten up.
Okay, and can you, when you do the accounting at the end of the year, if you've taken losses, do those losses go into one column and offset any gains you hopefully have made on other stocks that did a little better for you?
That's right. You calculate all your gains and you can offset those by the losses that you've incurred. And if you've been incurring more losses than gains and you can't use every loss in 2010, you can actually carry it back and offset the gains that you reported in the last 3 years. And if that still gives you a positive, a positive number to work with, you can actually carry it forward into 2011, 2012, and so on.
Okay. Number 9 on our list is direct securities donations. Instead of writing a personal check to the Red Cross or whatever your personal favorite charity happens to be, you recommend, or some people prefer, to just sign over stock or bonds or whatever to their favorite charity. Why would they do that instead of just writing a personal check or putting $1,000 on the table?
Well, one of the good things about donating a stock that's got a gain to your favorite charity is that you don't pay the tax on the capital gain. So if you actually just sold that stock and then gifted the cash, you'd be paying tax on the gain.
Okay.
This way, you don't actually physically sell it. You gift it over to your favorite charity. They do the selling of the stock whenever they want. And you get the full value of the stock value as your receipt for tax purposes because you donated that.
Okay, so if I had a stock that I bought back in January of this year for $1,000 and I've made $250 for round numbers, the value of that stock is $1,250, even though its face value is $1,000. So as a write-off, do I get the $1,000 that says on the face value of the security, or do I get the $1,250 because of the gains that it's made since I bought it?
If you gift it now and its value is $1,250, then that's your deduction for tax purposes.
And that's why people do it.
That's right.
Okay. And then obviously the other option for people who are inclined to be generous and donate to various charitable causes is the cash donation. Oh, but just before that, is there a deadline attached to signing over securities for donations for charity?
Everything has to be done. It has to be in the hands of the charity that you choose by December 31st. So again, do it by the middle of December. It'll take a few days to get that all organized. The charity that you gift it to will certainly be able to help you through that. Your broker and your portfolio manager can help you through that.
All right. Now, the reason, of course, we're doing this on November 20th is, as Adrian has just said, we're not the only ones that are trying to organize ourselves for the end of calendar year 2010. And I guess the lineups get pretty long at this time of year. So you really do want to trigger some of these activities because we're down to about, 5-6 weeks max in the calendar year.
Well, that's right. And most people also may want to go away or be outside of the place that they live in. So it's not always convenient to be doing this the December 31st, and chances are if you do that, you'll miss something. So the key is just get it done early.
All right, now here's another item that we all actually, this is one most of us know about. Union dues, professional membership fees, other deductibles that we routinely lean on to ease the tax burden a little year after year. We should have that all organized by now, the 20th of November. And is there a deadline attached to any of these items?
It goes like this. If you want to deduct it in your 2010 income tax return, then you have to pay for it not later than December 31st.
Okay.
And much like everything else, don't leave it to the last minute. Just figure out what it is that you need to pay, whether it's medical expenses, perhaps, as you said, it's the dues, maybe it's a professional fee, maybe it's a tuition or a political donation or something like that. Make sure you pay those things before the end of December 31st.
If I'm a working professional and I take a course at BCIT or something to upgrade my skills and hopefully my pay packet, is that self-improvement considered a tax-deductible expense?
In most cases it is, but check into that. There may be some that are not, but in most cases a tuition expense, a genuine tuition expense, will be deductible.
All right, item number 12, last of the December dozen, is tax installments. Some people pay their taxes, usually I would think self-employed individuals, quarterly?
Most of them pay quarterly, and your last quarterly installment is due December 15th.
Oh,
and
okay.
So that one
just in time to mess up your Christmas shopping, of course.
So that is not a December 31st deadline. That is actually a December 15th deadline for the last one.
And that's why it's on the list, because it is irregular compared to the other quarterly tax installments for the year.
Well, the other ones are also doing the 15th.
Oh, really? Okay.
But this one you must pay by the 15th of December.
Is there, can people write you an email and get their own personal copy of this list that we've just gone through in the last few minutes here, Adrian?
If they write an email to kcm@kcmwealth.com, then we'll get the email sent to them.
Well, I sincerely hope that we've managed to help your tax planning for 2010. We've got about 5 or 6 weeks and still an opportunity to get our financial house in somewhat better order and, with just a little bit of luck, save ourselves some tax dollars. Adrian, it's always a pleasure to have you on the program. You provide excellent information, and it's great to see you again.
Thank you, Sterling.
Thanks for coming by.
Oh, you're very welcome.
And we'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Larry Ray, Chairman and CEO of Molycorp Gold Corp. Our major project in Nevada is magnesium. We have a 43101 resource of 52 billion pounds at $1.30 a pound. Do the math. Go to our website at molycorp.com or phone me direct at 604-531-9639.
Tax Tips with David Ingram.
You're a grandmother, you're a parent, and you've got some children. You want to save up for their education. And you're a U.S. citizen. Well, if you use an RESP to do that, I'm here to tell you that the minimum fine for not filling in U.S. Form 3520, which you'll find is a question in question 8, bottom of Schedule B of your 1040 tax return, if you don't fill in the 3520, minimum fine $10,000. You make sure that you get that 3520 filled in if you've got an RESP or a TFSA as another example. That's a tax tip, and pay attention to it.
And that's our program for this week. Our thanks to David Ingram and to our special guest, Adrian Mastracci. And thank you for joining us. If you have some thoughts about today's show you'd like to share with us, send us an email to comments@themoneyandwealthshow.com. I'm Sterling Fox. See you next time.
Comments made on the preceding paid commercial program are an expression of opinion only and should not be construed in any manner whatsoever as recommendations to buy or sell any financial instrument at any time.